waiting on them. I'm in anticipation for them. God is going to bless us just the way He sees fit. Man, we thank God for another glorious Sunday morning to be able to stand here once again in Louis Wimley and claim the gospel of Jesus Christ and share it with His people. Amen. Thank God once again for my wife being here.
Amen.
And my children are here once again, and my nephew.
Amen.
As much as he's there, we almost think of him as one of our own.
Amen.
He's real quiet, but we think of him as one of our own boys. We say nephew, but we think of him as one of our own sons. Amen.
He ain't quiet.
He's quiet when he won't. Thank God for them being here. We thank God for you, for your presence. Amen. Thank God. As we prepare to go into our message, we're looking at Romans chapter 8. One verse. Romans chapter 8, verse 28. Very familiar verse that's been misquoted for years. Romans chapter 8, verse 28. Romans chapter 8, verse 28. If you have it, say amen. If you don't have it, say hold on. Hold on. All right. Romans chapter 8. One verse, verse 28. All right. Romans chapter 8, verse 28 reads, and we know that all things work together for the good to them that love God, and to them who are the called according to His purpose. We'll read that one again. We know that all things work together for good to them that love God, to them who are called according to His purpose. Let us pray. Dear Father, we thank and we praise you once again for this glorious opportunity to stand before this your people. Father God, as always, we ask you to hide us behind the cross that they will only hear and see you. That your word will go forth, Father God, and it will go out and accomplish that which you sent it out to accomplish and will not return void. Father God, we pray, Lord God, that you would just use us as you see fit. Because, Father, we want you to get all the glory, all the honor, and all the praises out of everything that is said and done here. Father God, speak to us all, because truly we need to hear a word from you. Bless us now, oh God, in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
We want to preach from the subject. Let's take a trip to Job's house.
Amen.
And our subtopic is All Things Work. Our title is Let's Take a Trip to Job's house. Everybody here knows the story of Job. We know what Job dealt with. We know how it came about. We know the issue. But if it's all right this morning, I want to use my sanctified imagination this morning and talk to you about a conversation that I had with a man named Job. Job taught me a lot by reading the book of Job. God opened up some things to me and helped me to understand a lot about Job. And when we begin to read the first chapter of Job, you see that Job didn't do anything to be caught up in the things that he was caught up in. Job just happened to be the person that God picked. Amen?
Amen.
They had a conversation in heaven about Job. And Job was handpicked by God to deal with these situations. The devil says, I'm going about up and down this world, I'm looking for somebody I can mess with. And that's his job. He goes up and down this world every day looking for somebody he can pick with. He's looking for somebody he can pick on. Looking for a situation he can turn upside down. Looking for an issue he can stir up and make it worse than what it really is. He's looking for somebody he can bother. The Lord told him, said, have you considered my servant Job? He said, try him. He said, well, first of all, I can't get to Job. The reason why I can't get to him, you got a hedge built around. So unless you move that hedge, I can't touch him. The Lord said, okay, that's fine. I'll move the hedge. And you can touch him, but you can't touch his soul. He said, don't worry about it, because by the time I get through with Job, he'll give me that. I just need you to move the hedge away. So the Lord moved the hedge away and things began to happen. And if you keep reading over in that chapter, it started out with all of his livestock and things being taken from him. And the funny thing about reading the book of Job, everybody keeps saying he lost this and he lost that. And when it got to the children, they say he lost all of his children. But if you really read the book of Job, I learned that a lot of times we're being told stuff that's not exactly true. If you really read the passage, yeah, he lost some of his children. But if you read the passage, everybody didn't die. Because who came back? Somebody had to come back and tell Job what was going on. When they said all of the servants died along with the cattle, but somebody came back to tell Job the story. So that means what? Somebody was left to be able to tell him what went on. I tell them all the time in my job, when something go down, I'm running the other way. Reason being, somebody got to be alive to tell the story, and I'm trying to be that one. If y'all don't follow me when you see me running, you're on y'all. I used to always tell them that, Deacon Wimbley, when we were doing security. I would always tell them, I said, look, if you ever see me running, you run in the direction I'm running in. Don't run the other direction trying to see what's going on. Because it must be something bad. Because as big as I was at that time, I was about 250. And if you ever seen a man at 250 pounds running, you need to follow him. Don't go the other way. Because if you go the other way, it must be something bad. But somebody had to come back and tell Job what was going on. And while I continued to sit and talk to Job, I look at everything that Job went through, one situation after the other. But one thing I love about Job, Job never lost his faith. Job could have given up. Job could have said, I've lost this, I've lost that, this has been taken from me. He could have just said, you know what, I'm done. I can't take no more. And how many of us have ever gotten to that point? To where we just said, I'm done. I'm finna throw in the towel. I can't do this no more. It's so much, I just can't take it. Your head gets so wrapped up and tied up, and it's like, you know what? I'm done. But we don't understand that God is right there. Sometimes we forget that he's everywhere we are. Sometimes we forget that God sees all, he knows all, and he hears everything that goes on. Sometimes we forget that. Sometimes we forget that God sometimes puts stuff in your path for a reason. Some of us don't understand that. Sometimes we go through stuff and it's teaching us just to be patient. And that's one of the main things that Job taught me was patience. Patience is something that everybody doesn't have. Some of us just can't be patient. We got to have it right then. If it don't happen right then, we get upset, we get mad, we want to tear up stuff, we want to act crazy. I want it now. Some of us have got Mr. Screw with their commercial that tells us it's my money and I want it now. We think life revolves just like that. It's my money and I want it now. It's my stuff and I need it right now. But sometimes God is teaching you how to just be patient and wait. Just wait. Isaiah 40:31 said, they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. He said, wait. Some of us don't want to hear the word wait. I want it now. God, I need you to bless me now. I need you to open up a door now. God saying, wait. Just hold on a little bit. If you just be patient, I'll make it happen for you. But it's not meant to happen right now. Just wait. We wait a couple of days and we come right back. But Lord, when is it going to happen? I need to know. I want to know. You got to wait. Job had patience. Job, not only after dealing with the loss of some of his children, his wife came to him after everything was over with, and he had gotten sick, and he was sitting down in the ashes, and he was scratching himself. His wife came to him and said, Job, I can't deal with this now. She said, no. She said, when me and you got married, you had nice hair. She said, you strong built man with muscles and everything, a good looking man. Now your hair done fell out. He said, now you done got sick. You got all these sores all over you, sitting in these ashes. She said, our children go. We done lost all our money. You know, I'm just bringing it up to 2019 so y'all just kind of keep up with it. You lost all our money, our car was gone. They finna repossess this house that we living in. She said, Job, I can't take this now. When we got married, you promised you were gonna take care of me. You will make sure I had everything I needed. Now we done lost everything and you want me to stay? And she said, what you need to do, just curse God and die. Don't even worry about it. Job said, wait a minute. I said, woman, you sound foolish. He said, no. You really want me to do that? This is the man that's taking care of us. The one that provided for us, the one that opened doors for us, the one that healed us when we were sick, the one that gave us all of this stuff that we've had anyway. And now you want me to turn my back on him? How can I do that? Mm-hmm. She said, yeah, but you don't understand, Job. I can't live like this no more. This ain't working. Job said, no, I can't do that. Mm-hmm. Job said, I gotta be patient. And then in Job being patient, one thing I look at, like I tell my kids all the time, everybody that say they're your friend is not your friend. Right. Amen. Job had some folk to come by his house. Mm. Didn't say nothing. Mm. When they first got there, they just looked at him. Then eventually, some folk, if you don't know what to say, just shut up. Oh, yeah. Just don't say nothing. If you can't say the right thing, just be quiet. Don't say nothing to me. Don't talk to me. Don't bother me. Just go on about your business. Mm-hmm. If you ain't, the old saying say, if you ain't got something good to say, just don't say nothing at all. Well, just don't say nothing. Oh, yeah. Leave it alone. Oh, yeah. They got there and, Job, you must have did something wrong for you to be going through this. What mistake did you make? What caused you to deal with this here? And sometimes I learned it ain't got anything to do with a mistake. God is really getting ready to work with you. Oh, yeah. God is doing something for you. And in that time period, God has to strip some things away from you in order to put some better things in your life. Oh, yeah. Y'all don't hear me. Y'all don't understand. Let me break it down a little bit further. There are times when God has to remove folk out of your life in order to make room for some better people. Oh, yeah. We want to stay with this particular person, but this ain't where God wants you to be. God is trying to move them out the way, and when he moves them out the way, he's moving them for something better. Oh, yeah. We're stuck on this job that we really like a lot, but God said, this ain't where I want you to be. I need to move this job out the way to put you somewhere better. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Some of us don't get there. Amen. Amen. Sometimes he has to strip you of some stuff. Oh, yeah. You say, well, Lord, I got to have this. I need this. And you and God in a tug of war over this stuff. God said, if you just let go and let God, I'll take care of it for you. Oh, yeah. I got something better built up for you, but I just need you to let go and move out of the way. Yeah. We always trying to do stuff on our own. We think that we got it all figured out. We think we can put it all together. But it's not about you. Amen. God has the power to put everything together. Oh, yeah. If you just step out of the way. The problem is we want to get in the way. Think about it, Deacon George. You go to surgery tomorrow, you won't tell the doctor what to do. This is how you need to cut me now. I'm just telling you, this way you need to do the incision, and this is how you got to put this in place, and you got to do all this. The doctor gonna step back and look at you and say, well, wait a minute now, you know how to do the surgery, why don't I just let you do it, and I'm gonna get on out the way. And a lot of times, that's the way God is. Okay, so David, you think you got it? Do it. He moves out the way, because you think you got it figured out. After a while, Sister David realized, I can't do all this by myself. This doesn't work. Then she decided, I need God on my side. Right. So the second thing that Job taught me was trust God no matter what. Right. No matter how bad it seems, no matter what's going on, trust him. Even when you can't trace him, still trust him. Even though it looked like he's not there, baby, I promise you, he's right there. Right. Even though it feels like he is right there. But the problem is you got to acknowledge that he is there. You got to trust him. Job said in chapter 14, I love this verse. Job chapter 14 and verse 14, he says, that latter part. Job said, all the days of my appointed time, he said, I'll wait till my chains come. Oh, yeah. Then he said in Job chapter 13 and verse 15, he said, though he slay me, yet will I trust in him. So he said, no matter what I'm up against, I'm going to trust God. Oh, yeah. No matter if it doesn't seem like it's going to work out, I'm going to trust God. Oh, yeah. Me and Job had a good conversation because I said, Job, wait a minute now. You're not explaining this thing the way I need to understand it. You saying that though you go through this stuff, you still trust him. I'm like, how? Job said, because I know God said he will never leave me and he'll never forsake me.
Oh, yeah.
And because I know that, everything is going to be all right. That means what? God got my back.
Oh, yeah.
That means he's going to take care of me. Thank you, Holy Ghost. That was a story I heard one time about this little boy that was being bullied in school. And he was being bullied by this same guy every single day. He would always come home crying because this boy had jumped on him, took his lunch money and everything. And so one day, he told his big brother about it. His big brother told him, said, look, this is the last day that you're going to deal with this bully again. He said, what I want you to do is go out there and tell this bully that you are not going to bully me no more. You're not going to take my lunch money from me no more. This is the last day this is going to happen, and you ain't going to ever do it again. The little boy looked at his big brother like, are you serious right now? I've been getting whooped by this guy every day. Now you want me to run up to him and tell him this? He said, yeah, tomorrow morning go out to his house, and I want you to tell him that you are not going to bother me no more. He said, I promise you that bully will not put his hands on you anymore. So the little boy said, okay, no problem. He got up early that morning. Come here. He got up early that morning. Move, come on now. He got up early that morning, and his brother looked at him and said, now this is what I need you to do. Come here. This is what I need you to do. Jay, go back there and stand 2 rows in front of Deacon Jordan. Quick. Right there. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to go down there to that bully house and you're going to tell him he's not going to bother you no more. He's not going to hit you no more. He's not going to take your money from you no more. You understand me? And I promise you when you go down there, he's not going to hit you. Everything's going to be fine. You do exactly what I'm telling you to do, okay? So when he goes down to the bully's house, when he gets down into the bully's house, the bully came out to meet him. The little boy told the bully exactly what his brother said. And the bully kind of looked past the guy. And he told him, you know what? You're right. I'm not going to bother you no more. You ain't got nothing to worry about. So the little boy ran home. All the way home to his brother. And stayed on the porch. And when he got there, he said, the bully said he ain't going to bother me no more. He's not going to mess with me. He said, I told you everything was going to be all right. But unbeknownst to him, one thing that he did not know is that when he went down to talk to that bully, he didn't know that his big brother had came out and stood in the street to where that bully could see him. And when that bully looked past him and saw his big brother standing out there, he said, I'm not going to mess with you no more. You ain't got nothing to worry about. In life, that's just the way God does us. If you trust him, I promise you, no matter what the devil throws at you, he understands and know that God got your back. God will take care of you through no matter what goes on in your life. If you just trust him, he got your back. No matter how big that problem may seem, no matter how big that issue may seem, I promise you, God is bigger than any issue, any problem, any sickness, any stress, anything that you're going through. God is bigger than whatever you're dealing with. That's why I love that song by Kayla Carr. She says, you're bigger. You're bigger than anything I've ever seen. You're bigger than cancer. You're bigger than high blood pressure. You're bigger than sugar diabetes. You're just so much bigger and greater than anything that I go through. So what do? I keep trusting. Even though I don't understand it, even though I don't see it, I trust him anyway. Why? Because I know that God will show up. He'll take care of it. He'll take care. He will fix it. Proverbs chapter 3 and verse 6 says, in all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy path. In other words, I got to know and trust God for myself. Sometimes we got to speak the Bible, to speak things that are not as though they were. Speak it. Speak those things into existence. Lord, I know this is going to be all right. Everybody look at somebody. Look at somebody. I don't care how far away from you they are. Just look at somebody. And say, you will be healed. You will be delivered. And you will be set free. Say it like you mean it. Look at that person and say, you will be healed. You will be delivered. And you will be set free. When you speak things like that into existence, God will do the work. All you got to do is open up your mouth and believe exactly what God is saying. Trust him. You will be healed.
Oh, yeah.
When the Lord gave me this sermon, I was standing at work, I walked around my machine, and I thought about my family. I said, my family will be healed. My family will be delivered. My family will be set free. I said, it does not matter what comes against us. We will be healed. We will be delivered. We will be set free. It doesn't matter about sickness. We will be healed. We will be delivered. We will be set free. It doesn't matter about depression. We will be healed. We will be delivered. We will be set free. It doesn't matter about high blood pressure. We will be healed. We will be delivered. We will be set free. It doesn't matter about the concussion. We will be healed. We will be delivered. And we will be set free. All you gotta do is trust. But you can't trace. It says press on. No matter what, Job taught me how to press on in the midst of my circumstances. Philippians 3:14 says, I press toward the mark for the prize of the high calling that's in Christ Jesus. I'm going to keep on pressing, even if I got tears in my eyes. I'm going to keep on pressing. Even if this body is still hurt, I'll keep on pressing. Even if I don't feel good, you keep on pressing. Why? Because God got a blessing that's waiting for you. That was a good thing that I took a trip to Job's house, because Job taught me how to be patient, taught me how to persevere, and taught me how to press on. Job got a little discouraged, but Job didn't give up. Yeah, he even got to the point that he cursed the day he was born. But the fact of the matter is, Job never gave up. Job said, I may be sick and I might have lost a lot of stuff, but I know there's a reason that God is putting me through this. So not only did Job teach me how to press, the last thing Job taught me was how to stand on the word of God no matter what. Ephesians chapter 6 and verse 10 through 17. I'm not going to read all of it, but I want you to flip over there with me and see that God is telling us that we got to stand no matter what. He says, stand therefore. He said, finally, verse 10 said, finally, my brother, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. And the only way we can stand is we got to put on the whole armor of God. He said that every Sunday we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but we wrestle against principalities. We wrestle against the powers of the darkness, against the rulers of this dark and wicked world. This is what we wrestle against. But verse 14 says, stand therefore. You got to have your loins girded. You got to have your helmet on. You got to have everything you need in order to fight this spiritual warfare. The guns of this warfare, they're not carnal. You can't use that stuff you buy down at the store, because it doesn't work. This is what you got to use. The word of God. This right here is the most powerful weapon in the world that you could ever use. This right here will cause sugar diabetes to go away. This word right here will cause high blood pressure to come down. This word right here will cause depression to flee. This word right here will cause whatever you're dealing with to get up and move out of the way. If you keep on and you stand on the word of God. Isaiah tells us in chapter 54, y'all got to excuse me, the Lord had me all over in his word, reading and learning and dealing with these things. It says, Isaiah 54 and 17, very for me, it said, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. And my thing is knowing that that's enough for me to stand on and trust God and believe that no matter what they throw at me, it won't prosper. No matter what sickness come my way, it won't prosper. No matter what surgeries I may have to go through, they won't prosper. Why? Because God got everything under control. Well, Louis Wimberly, the clock on the wall says that's all. It's been fun. Rev McNeil got to run. See you later, alligator. And after a while, crocodile. But can I share a little short story with you if you don't mind? There was a house fire one day that took place. And everybody seemed to have gotten out okay, except for this little boy. The mama and daddy couldn't find him. The firefighters looked around outside, but they could not find this little boy. They put the fire out and they went around walking in the house. And for some reason or another, they still couldn't find this little boy.
Well.
And all of a sudden, the firefighters heard a noise in the closet. They went over to the closet and opened up the door, and the little boy was standing in the closet, standing on top of the mountain.
Yeah.
And the firefighters got him out of the closet, and they took him outside, and they asked the little boy, said, "Little boy, when the fire started, and I know you saw the smoke, and I know you saw the flames, and I know you smelled things burning in the house." He said, "Why is it that you didn't run out of the house like everybody else?"
Well.
He said, "Well, my mama taught me one thing, that whenever I get in trouble, she taught me to stand on the word of God." He said, "So I ran in the closet, and I knew that my mama's Bible was right there." He said, "I got in the closet and I stood on the word of God because I knew the word of God would protect me. I knew the word of God would sustain me. I knew the word of God would keep me covered in the midst of this fire. I knew that the word of God would carry me through no matter what the situation was." This little boy had enough sense to know that God is. He's able. He's able. He's able to take care of you. No matter what the circumstance is, God is. God is. God is able. So I'm glad that I took a trip to Joe's house. Joe taught me how to be patient. Joe taught me how to persevere. And Joe taught me how to press. He said, "Reverend McNeil, keep on preaching and never give up, no matter what comes your way." He said, "Speak things that are not as though they were." So Louis Wimbley, I want to tell y'all, be healed, be delivered, and be set free. Be healed, be delivered, and be set free. Be healed, be delivered, and be set free.